Hey guys, so Colourpop released another monochrome palette, this time an orange one, and you know I had to pick it up right away. So this video is going to be my first impressions and a tutorial on this look. So if you like this look, if you want to know what I think about the palette, just keep on watching. Hey guys, so Colourpop came out with another monochrome palette recently, the Orange You Glad palette, so of course I had to get it. This one's all oranges, obviously, and this is how new it is. Look, I haven't even peeled this little plastic off, so enjoy. But yeah. So I just got this in the mail yesterday and I wanted to play with it today and show you guys, especially because you can probably see my cats out there somewhere. I'm sure a lot of people are curious since this is still really new, but yeah, I'm probably not going to do anything super like complicated because I don't have a whole lot of time to work with right now and I just want to play with this. So I'm going to figure out what I'm doing along the way. Okay, before I jump into the eye look, I wanted to explain something just in case you notice this on the packaging. So if you look on the back here, these three shades and this one have a little asterisk by them, and if you look down below, it says not intended for use in the eye area. So basically, these two shades and this shade are pigment, and sometimes because they can stain the eye area, the FDA does not approve pigments because of the staining issue. So a lot of reds, a lot of pinks, and a lot of palettes like Jeffree Star palettes. I think maybe some of my Juvia's Place palettes have that warning on it too. I'd have to double check, but I think ABH palettes have them too. But because they are pigments and they can stain the eye area, they're not technically FDA approved for the eyes. It doesn't mean they're necessarily unsafe to use around the eyes, but they have to put this warning on here just to cover their butts and, you know, warn the general public that not supposed to be doing this, so just take caution. It's really not going to do anything other than stain unless you have like super sensitive eyes. You know, you might be careful because of the staining factor, but I've never had a problem with any pigments like that. And then this one, of course, is because it's chunky glitter. You're not supposed to use chunky glitter on your eyes. I do it all the time. If you're going to do it, just be extra careful. And I suggest when you're taking it off, instead of like trying to wipe it off with a makeup wipe or a makeup remover, to take a piece of tape and like roll it up and stick it on your finger and like pat at the glitter and get as much of it off as you can that way before you go in with a wipe and wipe it off, because you're more likely to get it in your eye and hurt your eye if you're like, you know, rubbing it all over the place. But yeah, so that's it. You know, it's just because these three are pigments that could stain the eye area and this one's a chunky glitter. So I'd definitely be more cautious with this than these three. These three, it's just a legal technicality. You know, the chunky glitter you can hurt yourself with. Just be careful with it. It's not gonna stop me from using it. I might even use it today, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to give that little speech before I got into this, just in case some of you were curious as to those little warning labels on the back. Okay, first I'm gonna take a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 5 and go into this really pale orange shade called Zested up here in the corner. It's probably not going to do much on my eyes, but just to kind of lay it down for a base color to blend everything else out on top of. So that shade actually had a lot more pigment on my skin than I thought it was going to. I thought since it was pale and I was pale, it just wasn't going to show up, but it's actually a really nice, just creamy, almost kind of peachy color. But yeah, it's really pretty. Next, I'm going to take Sunkist, which is this bright orange. It's also one of the ones that will stain your eyes, so just be aware of that. And I'm going to take it on, what is this? A BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 6. So I got curious and I got distracted looking for other palettes that had that warning on it. So the BH Cosmetics Take Me Back to Brazil palette, which is an entire pressed pigment palette, it has that warning also. It says, warning, for external use only, avoid direct contact with eyes. Not for use in the immediate eye, not intended for use in the immediate eye area. So clearly this is a palette that people are using on their eyes. I mean, we've all seen this. We all know people use it on their eyes. It's just, I think it's on more palettes than people realize just because of the technicalities with using like pressed pigments versus like eyeshadow formulas and stuff. So I don't really think it's a big deal. I think it's just one of those like legal hoops to jump through for makeup companies. Now I'm going to go into the shade Mimosa Mommy down here, which I hope it picks up on camera, but this is so bright. It's like almost neon. And I'm going to take it on just this little Wet n Wild brush. Okay, so off camera, because I was trying to decide what I wanted to do, I took a little bit of creamsicle on my finger and just kind of patted it on the center of my eye, just to fill in that gap, because I'm now going to take some NYX glitter glue and dab that on the center of my eye. Okay, now that I've got a nice tacky base down, I am going to go into Clementine, the chunky glitter in the middle. Like I said, if you use it, just be careful. And always go down with like a glitter base, like the NYX glitter primer first, so that it sticks. And I'm just going to gently tap that. That is a gorgeous glitter shade. Like, it's so pretty. It's got like different colored reflex in it, and it's just so bright and beautiful. So I'm really glad I did go in with it and ignore the warning label. But yeah, so here's the eye look done for the most part. I'm going to do the rest of my face off camera in an effort to save time, and I will come back and finish up. Okay, so I went ahead and did my face off camera. The highlighter I'm wearing is Kylie Cosmetics Santorini loose highlighter. I don't know if, yeah, you can kind of see it on camera. So I'm gonna apparently not get this palette open again. What the hell? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish my eyes on camera and talk about the palette while I do so to save time. But hopefully, I don't know if I can multitask. I went ahead in my waterline and went in with a LA Girl yellow pencil. But yeah, so honestly, when they first announced this palette, I almost hesitated on buying it because I was like, oranges. And sorry about the birds. My cats are stalking them. So when they first announced this, I was kind of like, ooh, because I'm not a huge fan of like oranges, but I feel like I'm not a huge fan of like orange toned palettes because most orange toned palettes are like rusty, like more natural looking oranges. Like, don't get me wrong, I love some like fall vibes, but we all know that's not like my jam. You know, I'm not really into the more natural shades and stuff. So I feel like, you know, most of the orange tones palettes that have come out have been like the Morphe 350, where it's like, you know, the more wearable warm tones meant for like every day, and they're just kind of boring to me. And I will be honest, the pictures of this palette I saw online do not do it justice. Like, it's so much more beautiful in person. The shades are so much more vibrant. I don't know. I know sometimes it's just really hard to get stuff to translate in a picture, and I think this is truly one of those palettes that, You have to see it in person to understand how beautiful it is, because I love this. You know, I like this because they're not, yeah, like if you want a more natural look, you can get a more natural look with the shades that are in here, but if you're like me and you want color all the time, you can do that, obviously, because I mean, look at this. This is bright orange, and I love it, and I'm so happy with the look. Like, I didn't think I was going to be this happy with it, so I'm really happy I got it. I will definitely put it to use. You know, I got it. I knew I was going to get it at some point anyway, because I have all the other monochrome palettes, and I couldn't just not have all of them, you know, like even the red one. Like, I have the red one, and that's not really my thing either, but I'm so glad I got this. I know I say that all the time, but I really kind of had my doubts about this one, just because, like I said, I'm not a huge orange tone person, but after playing with it today and creating this look with it, I'm a firm believer in the palette. Okay, so here's the finished look. I went ahead and put lashes and stuff on. The lashes are the Pureleor ones I talked about the other day. Hold on, I'll get them out and I'll show you again. These, they sent them to me in PR, but I'm so hooked. I'm definitely gonna go ahead and buy another pack of these, even though I've only used one pair out of it. I love these lashes so much. They're so comfortable. They have a nice band on them. They're flexible, so you can like I have kind of like an odd eye shape, and some of the lashes with like the thick bands on them I have a really hard time with, because I can't get them to like flex and stick down where I need them to, but these I don't have that problem with, and they're really comfortable. They're not heavy feeling. I can wear these all day and not like get that like heavy, like I need to rip these eyelashes off feeling. So they're great. And then for my lip, I went in with Psych. This is a Colourpop Lippy Sticks. This is their butterfly collection they did. I think it was like last summer, like the end of last summer. I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out. I'm actually, my nose highlight today is popping. It's, I forgot how much I like this Kylie highlighter. But yeah, so I guess first impressions rundown on the palette. I love it. Just be careful with the pigment and the chunky glitter. It blends well. The colors just really pop. It's a really great palette. I mean, I love all the Colourpop monochrome palettes, but this one is definitely in my top 3, I think. So yeah. But yeah, so I think next I really want to try out a new foundation. I've been stuck on the Colourpop stick foundation since I bought it, you know, months ago. I've just been using the same foundation over and over again, and I used to be like a foundation junkie. Like when a new foundation came out, I bought it. Like I have, like, I don't know if you can see, like there's so many foundations over here, and that's after I've cleared some out. So I think I want to try that L'Oreal Infallible foundation that everybody really likes. I might look into picking that up, and I also really want to revisit some of these foundations I have back here that I haven't used in a long time, so I think I'm going to do that soon. This is probably going to be the last new palette I have for a little while. I say that, and then Colourpop's going to like drop something that I absolutely need, but yeah, so I'm going to try and get into some like skincare stuff too. I know I've done a lot of like eyeshadow stuff, but I've also gotten a lot of new palettes since I started my channel. Like I got the Alyssa Edwards palette right away. I've gotten like 4 Colourpop monochrome palettes, and you know, obviously when they're new, I'm gonna try them right away, so it makes sense to film it. But yeah, I'm gonna get into some other stuff besides like just straight up like you know, palette reviews, first impressions kind of thing. So yeah, but I hope you guys enjoyed. I really enjoyed this look, but I need to get off to work now, so I will talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend.